Hi Virgos, this is Tarot-blee Accurate. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new, welcome. I hope you come back. If you are coming back, thanks so much. I appreciate all your support, your likes, your shares, your subscribes. It's awesome. Thanks again. So this is a general monthly reading for April 12th through May 12th. And so that will cover areas of career, money, home, your health, your singles love, couples love, and then we'll do like a week by week breakdown of what to expect. So if you're watching this right when it releases, awesome. Thanks for being excited and tuning in right away. But one thing I like to mention is that since for a whole period of time of like a month, you might want to come back and watch these about halfway through or near the end, just because some things that don't resonate initially might over time, just because they haven't happened yet, or will make more sense as like life progresses. So we'll just go ahead and get started right away for Virgos, and this is your sun, moon, or rising sign as a Virgo for April 12th through May 12th. So let's find out here what we have going on for you in regards to career for Virgos. I've got the 9 of Wands in reverse, the Strength card in reverse, and the 5 of Wands upright. So definitely try not to go on the defense. A lot of things that have changed or are new have happened and you're starting to adapt now, but you're not feeling like really confident about these changes and things. So your challenge is to really figure out how to listen to one another in the workplace, and then how to work as a team specifically. So these people are all working as a team, but it's not going as effectively as it should. Initially it looks like they're fighting, but they're not. You know, this guy's helping this guy out, this guy's helping this guy out, and so on and so forth. But you see how they're all wearing different colors? It's because they all have different ideas on how to achieve the same goal. So everybody has some valuable insight to give to the situation, but you know, nobody's hearing each other. So really try to be a good listener and be open to other people's ideas to achieve the same, like, better result. In regards to your finances, to money and stability, basically earth energies, we have the Page of Swords with the Death card in reverse and the Two of Cups. So you might have a new idea that comes to light, and you might not take action on it. Actually, you won't take action on it, but it's like a new idea, a new way of thinking. And so maybe things will change soon for you, but it won't be this month. But that's okay, because you're going to, like, in your new way of thinking, create new bonds, partnerships, relationships with other people, or existing relationships will deepen. And so how is this all related to money, I wonder? This guy just jumped right out of the deck, and it's the Fool, but it's coming up as a challenge. So having good communication, like heartfelt communication about financial decisions and things like that, about anything pertaining to money, maybe planning a vacation or a trip, something like that. And so those are things that you can bond over. So very good. A trip would be very beneficial for you, like in regards to relationships with friends or lovers, things like that. So it might be something you want to start thinking about and putting money to the side for. In regards to your health, what's going on for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, April 12th through May 12th? I have the Ace of Pentacles here for you. And the 7 of Pentacles. So whatever kind of a new routine you might have started, maybe a new diet, a new exercise plan, starting meditation, yoga, anything that you have done, like maybe therapy, like emotional health, anything like that, it's taking longer for those things to pay off for you than you would like for them to, but they will start paying off. It's just that, you know, to see results of this thing, it does take a little bit of time, but at the same time, like emotionally, things are starting to like really changed for you. So if it is a new diet or if it is a new exercise plan or something like that, like it's like emotionally rewarding more than it is physically rewarding for you at this time. But just hold on, you'll get there. In regards to your home life, what's going on for Virgo Sun, Moon, and Rising? And this is April 12th through May 12th. What are those messages? We've got the Death card in reverse again. So kind of waiting again for things to really change. So I don't know if some of you are maybe thinking about having someone move in, move out, marriage proposals, things like that. This guy jumped out of the deck as a challenge card, the way that it laid out. So again, like trying to figure out how to work as a team. So maybe you have a roommate, maybe you live with your partner, maybe this is you know, your parents, your uncles, your aunts, your cousins, your children, anybody that might be like kind of in your sphere, because your home life isn't necessarily who you live with, but you know, people within your direct environment. So I think like if you can work as a team, you can kind of avoid any major upsets, changes that you're kind of worried about. What else with your home life? Because I feel like that's not quite enough information. Everything will work out just fine. Everything will be fair. Everybody will feel like the solution that you do come to is a good one. And, you know, it puts you a lot in control when you do reach that place. Some of you might be dealing with an Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising as well. But you find a lot of like stability and a lot of happiness and joy as a result of good communication in anything that occurs in regards to you know, trying to work as a team and find a solution that is fair and just for everybody. Moving on to your singles love life for Virgos, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What's going on for you now? If you're Virgo Moon, you'd want to pay particular attention to this part, just because your moon sign is more about like emotions and deep feelings. If this is not your moon sign, it'll still resonate, but you might want to check out your moon sign. So we have the moon card sitting out there as a challenge. So it's like one of these cards. The moon card can represent a lot of different things, a lot of different ways. Sometimes it's about suspicion and jealousy. So, you know, if you're dating somebody, try not to be too suspicious and jealous if they're a new person. They haven't given you a reason to not really trust them yet. In regards to that, like that fear or like kind of the uncertainty about whether or not they're a good match for you sort of inhibits your ability to actually have fun and release and let go and like have a good time with anybody in your midst, or just generally, even if nobody's in your midst. It kind of like negative thinking and suspicion or fear will kind of inhibit you from having a good time and meeting somebody with a similar interest that is fun for you. And so it's saying, you know, don't overthink things when you are in the process of dating. Your cards are so jumpy. So yeah, don't overthink things. Okay, you have the Hierophant here. So that's about, you know, what you're doing is good, except for maybe like your thought pattern, like where you're going, who you're hanging out with, the places that you're going. Like there's potential people that you could meet there, all of these different places, but it's your mindset that's kind of screwing up your dating life if you're having any trouble in that right now. So really try to connect with spirit and ask for help and being positive so that you can attract the right type of person to you using the law of attraction and like your positive thinking. This one's just jumping right out. And it's saying, you know, sometimes, okay, so some people might feel like kind of weird about that. You know, like tarot card reading is one thing, like, oh, it can be kind of like frivolous and fun, whatever. But like to sit there and kind of talk to yourself and like really control your thoughts and try to like attract someone, draw someone in with a law of attraction, like that's a whole nother step. That's totally weird. Nobody's going to judge you for that because nobody's going to know except for you. So what do you have to lose? Just try it. For Virgos who are coupled, what's going on for you all? This is your sun, moon, or rising. The King of Wands in reverse. Now, is that you or is that your partner? I think that this is your partner. So your partner may not be feeling like at their best. They may not be feeling like very like alive and spontaneous and fun and sexy. Like they might just be feeling a little bit right now. So does that have anything to do with you, I wonder? What's going on with them? It's just like they feel like things are out of their control. They don't have a lot of control over what happens to them in life, and that they don't always get what they want. So it's not necessarily your fault or anything like that. I don't think it has anything to do with them or with you. It has everything to do with them and what's going on within their own internal self. And so you are cautioned to just like not take it personally, to like kind of like let it roll off your shoulder. Like that's their ish. It's not your ish. Just make sure though that that doesn't inhibit you from really connecting and trying to bond with them. Because if you're offering them like a lot of love, that might help them to feel more like on top of their game again. But that being said, I do want to mention that the way that this one came out, you might be realizing that this person is actually not like the right person for you. When you see the side of them, you're like, ew, yuck. Like, you're not my soulmate. What the heck was I thinking before? One last card here for you. So some of you are just not finding that this person is exactly what you wish, what you want anymore, and are starting to think about how you can find like emotional fulfillment and deep attachment elsewhere. So if that's the case, what's your advice? Really to just stay focused on things that are stable, like, like work, like achieving goals and stuff like that, and you won't be as emotionally upset or hurt as you think you will be if you decide to exit that relationship. So April 12th through May 12th, we're going to do our week by week breakdown. So I'm going to do this as like positives, challenges, and then advice for each week. So I'm just pulling up my calendar here. April 12th through April 19th, what do we have going on for you? The positive energy is the Queen of Wands in reverse. The challenge to that is the Hanged Man. And your advice is the King of Cups in reverse. Okay, so the positive energy is that, you know how I mentioned earlier for some of you, like with relationships that people who are single, like you might not be very trusting, you might be a little bit superstitious, things like that. That energy this particular week is not so much there, but you might not be also like very joyful or anything like that. And so your challenge is to see things from a new perspective, to literally turn your thoughts upside down and see things a new way. And then you won't be so sad about things. It's not like you're sad right now, but you're just like kind of like apathetic. Like this week you might just be kind of like about things. But try to figure out a way to turn your thought processes around and see things in a different light. You might hear people sometimes talking about gratitude and having a gratitude journal. Maybe something like that would help you this week, just to remember like really the positives of every day and every situation. And, seeing things from other perspectives is really, really going to help you this week. So positive energies for the week to follow, the 20th through the 26th, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. And then your challenge is the Wheel of Fortune. And then your advice is the Five of Swords. A lot of Five of Swords coming up today in my readings. I think we did Libra and Sagittarius earlier today. And they had the same card again and again and again. So good week for you. I know it might not seem that way as these laid out, but it actually is. So the 20th through the 26th, anything that you're feeling, like trust your feelings. They're not crazy. Your intuition is spot on. Trust your gut. And if you are able to do that, your luck will change. Things will start going a lot better. And it's not to say that you've had bad luck previously, but your luck is about to get very, very good if you are capable of doing that. But it is going to require you to be honest with that about your gut feelings and what you're thinking, and trusting that intuition. And it might hurt people a little bit, but it's actually going to change your fate. It's going to bring you a lot of luck and good things into your life. So that's definitely what you should be doing and focusing on the 20th through the 26th. Now the 27th through May 3rd, what do we have going on for you? The Four of Swords in reverse, the Two of Cups, and then the Tower. Okay, so this week you're not going to be able to take a rest from whatever it is that you're focusing on. Now, the challenge is going to be to maintain and find focus on your relationships, your partnerships, your friendships, and deep bonding relationships. So, you might be really focused on work. You might be really focused on hobbies. Maybe you are really focused on fostering relationships. But if you're not able, if you kind of put your relationships, your friendships, your romance to the side, things are going to change for the worse and not for the better for you. But if you're able to really focus on those things, things are going to change towards the end of that week, but probably for the better. You could be dodging a bullet, for sure, like in work, or in your relationships. Like you might, because you're connecting, you might receive information that really helps you to avoid like a major catastrophe. I really feel like that's the strongest energy coming through for this card this time. So I would definitely make sure that you're communicating and bonding on a deep level and that there's like trust there, and that because it's going to really, really help you. It's not to say anything bad would happen that week, but if something bad were to happen, you could totally avoid it by fostering those friendships and relationships. So May 4th through May 12th, what do we have going on for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs? Okay, so as a challenge, you have the Eight of Swords. You have two cards for your, I caught them here in my arm, for your positive energy. So 10 of Wands and the Knight of Cups in reverse. And then your advice that week, 6 of Cups in reverse. So putting a lot of hard work into things, and but like it's like actual physical labor and like thoughts and creativity. Like it's actually doing and not so much feeling. So your challenge though is to like really how do I describe this? Like know that you're not really running away and avoiding your feelings. It's just that like all of the information that you need is really all the way behind you, and you don't have to be afraid to shield yourself from that. Like there's just not like a lot of like tragedy and emotion to be felt. It's actually like a really good endeavor to partake in, and it will yield good results for you and a lot of positivity and new growth in your life, new opportunities for you, things that are of value. So your advice is not to think about the past, like not to get like caught up like emotionally. Like it's okay if you're unfeeling. It's okay to avoid your feelings this week, as long as you're like clear and honest with yourself about what that means, and just keep it in focus that the hardest part is behind you, and now you'll be able to reap the rewards of any hard work that you're doing. And this could play out in any area of your life. So if you would like a personal private reading to achieve more clarity, or for anything that comes up, my information is all in the description box below, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye! Thanks, Virgos!